और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन की कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this webinar of Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by the management of Franchise India with an aim to introduce you with a new business opportunity every day at 12 o'clock. Today also we have a great business opportunity for all of you. But before we'll start introducing with the brand, let me just run you through with the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, I would request you to please type your question and leave in Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post our presentation. So while we are running you through with the presentation and brand download, please keep sharing your questions into the Q&A box and avoid raising your hands. Our today's brand is Pitman Trainings. They are world-renowned brand in vocational education. We do have Miss Venus Parag, CEO at Fran Global, here on this panel today to introduce you with the brand and take the lead for today's webinar. Over to you, Venus.
Thank you so much, Neha, and a big good afternoon to everyone who has joined till now, will join us later, and will watch this over YouTube here and now in the future. It is always a pleasure and an honor to host this BOC webinar, which has been running for now almost 4 years. We started this off in 2020, and since then, BOC webinar, Business Opportunity of Charcha Over Chai, has become the #1 franchise business buying webinar in the world. We have been launching new brands every day on this platform for over 4 years now. And of course, the team of Franchise India, all the people really do a great job in doing this, and I'm honored to host this again. So as Neha mentioned, I'm Venus Barak. I'm the CEO of Fran Global. We're part of Franchise India, but we have led and lead the business of international franchising. As a lot of you would know, whenever you see and interact with international brand, whether it is food, whether it's fashion, whether it's learning and development, most of it, over 90% of it is franchised. And that's where most of our work goes in. Now, today's brand is a special brand for us because, of course, we work with many brands, hundreds of them. But in some cases, we evolve that relationship of a typical consultant and a broker into a much more meaningful and what we call become a master franchise. So I'm very happy to share that I know Pitman and we know Pitman from last over 20 years now, and last year we evolved that relationship into actually partnering with them as a master franchise. There are a few reasons behind it. Of course, we really believe in the brand. It has the best IP in the world when it comes to skilling, when it comes to providing professional courses. It has a history of over 200 years, and a name, a worldwide global name. And it is very interesting to work in the skilling sector in India right now, because skilling is a priority. Only if you really compare in India, only 5% of the workforce is actually properly skilled. If you compare with other Asian countries, that's a very skewed ratio. And so we see actually a lot of opportunity into skilling. And by bringing in Pitman, which has over 450 courses and many more, we see really working with our franchise partners and also our students, and giving them a quality education, and also so that they can actually be part of a progressive workforce, and of course improve their lives and lives of their families. So that's the background. And I think one thing which I have experienced, and of course our team, is whenever we are bringing a brand to India, it is very important that we really understand the complexity, the challenges, the diversity which comes with the operating and launching in a market like India. So with Pitman, our team here, and of course our teams in Canada and the UK, we have been able to work on a strategy which is not one big franchisee for the whole country. We actually have built a model where we are looking at around 20 odd different, you can call them a mini master franchise or an exclusive area development partner. So where you really get an opportunity, which in most cases will be very, very hard for you to get, is to become a master franchise for your area, for an international brand, and scale it up in your area, which should come naturally to you. So the model is very scalable because we only partner with brands as a master if they can be scaled. And so that's the idea. It's a simple business, very capital, I would say, friendly, not too low, not too high, capital savvy, capital friendly. What we really want is our overarching goal is to skill at least 1 million students over a period of next 5 to 7 years through, of course, our centers. And today we will take you through the overall opportunity of Pitman. What is the brand? What we are looking for? What is the model? And this, as Neha mentioned, this is the live session. So you should be able to ask any questions, any clarification, any feedback over the Q&A box. If you see a Q&A box in your either in your phone or on your laptop, click on it, and you should be able to communicate with us. I have today with me Shailesh. Shailesh is the country head for Pitman. He comes with a very, very extensive background in education, learning, and training and development, and has been really working behind the scenes to work with the Pitman team and really build the model for India. So I thank him, and also I want to invite him now to, of course, introduce him quickly and then share the opportunity with the people here. I will be here. I'll be the facilitator. So again, let's make this interactive. That's why we do this. Otherwise, we can send you a recorded session. This is a live session. Tell us which cities you are from. Are you a franchisee or not? Are you a professional? And so at least let's start the conversation. And I will now bring Shailesh in. Welcome, Shailesh.
Thank you so much, Venus. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share the brand Pitman Training right, to the potential partners. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shailesh Vajne, and I'm the country head for Pitman Training India. Right. So now I'll share the brand here. Give me a moment to share my screen. Right. So hope the screen is visible. Is the screen visible, Venus?
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
visible, Shailesh.
Thank you. So before I start giving details about Pitman training, let's discuss about the problem statement, right? So why we need Pitman training in India? That's more important. So if you see this slide, it talks about the problem of employment in India, right? You see the unemployment rate is increasing in India, let's say by 10% in 2023. We also hear a lot of news that people are not getting jobs in India. We know very well that what kind of education which we are offering through our education system. We have colleges across the country. Let's say we talk about the engineering colleges, we talk about the MBA colleges, another training institute where we get a lot of seats for the students. But what kind of people we are, let's say student we are taking, and what kind of teaching we are, offering to them, and what kind of output is there, we all know very well. So the problem is the training system which is not up to the mark, and that's the reason people are not able to get the right kind of job opportunity in India. They complete their education, but end of the day, they do not find even any placement from the college side or maybe after that. So this is a very big problem for India, even the entire world, where people are facing the problem of job opportunities. So on the other side, if you see, there is a huge demand for the jobs, right? People are, I mean, the industry is facing a lot of issues in finding right kind of people. There, I mean, if you see these screenshots where we see that India has to become $313 billion education skill market by 2030. So it shows that what kind of opportunities are available in the market. And on the other side, we are not getting right kind of people. So the issue is that jobs are there, the opportunities are there, but we do not have the right kind of manpower. So people have their graduation degree or maybe the post-graduation degree, but they are not skilled to perform those available jobs. So, I mean, it's a problem for both the sides, from the employer side and from the student side. So the solution of this is to make them skilled, upskill for the job ready. So if you see, this is a huge market for this segment, right? Where one side we have people with degree, on the side we have employers, and we are trying to bridge this gap through the skill development. So the idea of Pitman training is to bridge this gap and make the youth job ready. If you see this demand is increasing across the India, right? I mean, if you see some statistics, it says that not only in metro cities, but in tier 2 and tier 3 cities also, the demand of skill up courses are increased by 50% by 2022. So, the reason of tier 2 and tier 3 cities are, the colleges are available across these cities. They are maturing like anything, but end of the day, the quality education is not there. So there's the reason we thought that Pitman training to bring it to India, and we are the master franchisee for India. We are a part of Franchise India group. So now let's introduce the Pitman training, what exactly we are and what we do. So Pitman Training is a UK-based training institution, a brand, heritage brand, started in 1837. It's now been 187 years. They are into the field of skill development. So when I say skill development, basically they offer the job-oriented courses. So for that, we have more than 250 courses into different streams. Through that, we are skilling people, and we are available in more than 10 countries with more than 100 centers. Through that, we are training people. Every year, we train more than 25,000 students, or let's say the entire people who and they get the benefit from our programs. So in this, how it works basically, we set up a center for that. So the entire courses are available, on the cloud, right? So when we talk about these 250 courses, if we have to run in a physical mode, we would require a university for that, and maybe more than 200 faculty to teach this program. But the beauty of our model is that in this, for offering these 250 courses, we need only area of 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, right? In this area, we set up a center, and this center we don't have the physical classes. What we do, we set up the labs. We call it computer labs, where we have seating capacity. Let's say every seat we keep 2 screens, right? Where the student come, they enroll themselves on any specific program, and it's a self-paced learning program. It's a supported self-paced learning program where they can have the entire content modules, practice everything on the cloud. And every center has a learning coach. And this learning coach helps the students in understanding the program and help them to complete this program at their own pace. So by this, we do not need a lot of faculties for that, because these programs are self-paced learning. And at the same time, we teach many students for different programs in one go. So we can make different batches for different programs, and student can have these programs on their systems at the center itself. We need a counselor for the center who can get the do the counseling for the inquiries and then get them enrolled for this program. So the vision is very clear for Pitman Training, that transforming careers and changing lives. So by skilling the youth, we are making them job ready, and by getting the jobs, we are changing their lives. So our USPs, if you talk about, basically the main USPs are brand. It is a heritage brand, right? Initially, they started with the shorthand, and then later on they have added a lot of courses as per the demand. And now we are offering programs in and IT and marketing, sales, operations, accounting, social media, digital marketing. So we are adding more programs as per the demand, as per the industry. The second USP is the flexibility of the course. The student can take any time slot, because they do not have to join any specific batch. It's a structure-based, self-paced learning program, so they can join as a full-time also. They can come in the part-time. If somebody is studying in college, they can take the evening slot. For working professionals, they can come in the weekends. So by this, they do not have to fix any schedule for that. So they can choose these programs as per their time schedule. The USP is the location. So we are setting up the center across the country, and then currently we are in 10 countries, and now we are expanding our footprints into India. So where we'll have our centers in all major towns of the country. So students can come visit at these centers and then complete their courses. And the other USP is support and guidance. So when we say support and guidance, that every center has a learning coach. So students can come to the center, and this learning coach can help him or her in the completion of the program. So let's say they're stuck somewhere, this coach will help him out. And if there is specific query, they can make him connect with the subject matter experts of the UK. So this is the beauty of this program, that you do the learning as per your pace. But if you're stuck somewhere, the learning coach is there to help you out. And if there is specific issue related to any program which is learning coach is not able to help you out, then he can connect you the expert in UK. So this is a journey of Pitman Training, started in 1837. It's a story of 187 years old now, with various milestones. I'll just take a minute for this slide. So how this program happens, right? How a student, go through this program. So there is a LMS called My Pitman. So all the content is available on this LMS. So students who takes admission in any of the program get the access of My Pitman LMS. This is a very comprehensive LMS, and all the content is available in this LMS. I mean, all the modules, all the exercises, all the tests, and the certification exam also. So it's a very simple, way of teaching, where everything is self-explained, right? And once a student take admission in any of the program, they get the access of this My Pitman LMS for a year. So let's say my program is going to end in 2 months' time, but I'll have the access of this LMS for 1 year. So at least I can come back and have a look if I need to revise something. And the So now comes to the program. As I said, we have more than 250 programs in various streams. These programs have been divided among three categories. One is diploma, one is award, one is individuals. So when we say diploma, the program which has long hours, I mean, the average hours start from 10 to 500. So the diploma programs are those which has long hours duration, and then we have awards, and then we have individual coaches. When I say individual coaches, these are the short-term coaches, like how to search job on LinkedIn, or maybe social media marketing, or maybe Facebook marketing. So these courses, all courses are available on this cloud. So Pitman Training is also associated with various certification bodies, like students who enroll for this program can give the exam of the international certification bodies and get the certificate from them also. Like they have associated with AAT, they have associated with Cisco, CompTIA, Microsoft. So once a student complete this program, they get the certificate from Pitman Training UK, as well as if they clear the exam of the certification body, they get the certificate from that specific body itself. So these all certificates are recognized worldwide, which help them to get job not only in India but across the world. So when we talk about the experience of the students, I mean, our focus is that every student who pass out from the Pitman Training should get a job, as well as they should be happy by saying that whatever they have learned through the Pitman Training, I mean, it's always beneficial for them. So if we have done a survey for that, and when we say the people who have passed from Pitman Training, out of those 98% people said that they would recommend Pitman Training to their family members and their colleagues. I mean, so you say the kind of experience they have from our training program, that is immense. Now come to the franchisee proposal. So what we are doing in the franchisee proposal, we are looking partners across country. We have two options for that. One is a direct center, we call it unit center in any specific location. And the other option is area developer. So when I say area developer, we are looking the partners who can be can get the master right of a specific area. So when I say area developer, then there would be one center from the area developer, and then rest they would add the sub franchisee. So why somebody should go for area developer? When there is a benefit for them, then they will have the share in the franchisee fees, which will be collected from the sub franchises, and they would also get the share of franchise, the royalty, which will be collected from the sub franchisee. So these two models, which we are looking for area developer, we have made 20 clusters across the country, majorly state-wise. And we have divided among these clusters into three categories as per the potential. So one category is where we are planning to have 20 centers. One is of the developer and 19 sub-franchisee. Another would be 1 plus 14 category, total 15 centers. One is of the area developer and 14 sub-franchisee. And the last one is 1 plus 11, 12 centers category, where one would be the area developer center and the 11 would be the sub-franchisees. So start a center, what exactly we are looking for, a venue. When I say venue, it is a basically physical training center where people would come to the center and take the training. So we need a place around 1,500 to 2,000 square feet area, in a place where people can easily come, which should be well connected with the public transport. So student can easily come and do the courses. We need a team, around 5-6 people in that team. What would be the center manager, maybe the owner of the franchisee. We need course advisors. Basically, these are the counselors who can help in getting admissions. We need learning coach who would support student completion of the program. We will require a marketing person who will do the local area marketing, visiting colleges, visiting polytechnic, marketplaces where they can promote the programs. Also, I mean, there are two streams of the revenue. One is the individual students, and the other is corporate also, where a lot of corporate organized training for their employees, right? So the marketing person can visit various corporates also to get the corporate training orders. The third thing is product, which we already have, like university courses and diploma awards and identity courses, which are readily available. And the last one is students. So three things, and the main important is students. So end of the day, once everything is ready, we would require a student to our centers. So if we look for ideal partner profile, we are looking people who can fit into the four parameters. One is strategic fit. So we are looking entrepreneur who can devote time to this business, because this business involved people, right? So we want somebody who can take all the decisions, who can decide the strategies, right, and have some creative mind to run this business successfully. The other parameter is financial fit. When I say financial fit, that's what people should have the finances to invest in infrastructure, marketing, staff, local and everything. The other area is operational fit. So person who has the knowledge of day-to-day operation, who can handle the faculty, who can handle the marketing. And the last one is marketing fit. So basically, who has the knowledge of local area and how to promote the brand and local level. So, I mean, basically, we are looking to people who already into this education business, who has set up, can add one more, program of the brand into their place, or somebody who the retired people who want to start something into education, the women entrepreneur. So when we say partners KPIs, basically start with the lead generation. Once we have a center, you would leads, right? Which would be generated locally as well as from a national level. And then next step is to convert that lead into admissions, then take their admission, and then final the successful pass out of the students. So when we talk about investment requirement, there are three components. One is franchisee fee, one is training center, and the other one is working capital. So when I say franchisee fees, it will include to give you a IP right to start the same center of Pitman Training into your vicinity. It would also give you the access of 250 programs, right? So you can run these 250 programs. You have the right to start this programs into your center, and then a business model and the same know-how and the heritage brand. When we say training center, investment is require a center for which you require a premises, which require a fit out. You need to have computers into your system, and the marketing space. The third one is working capital. It's a day-to-day expenses which you need to do that as an investment, where the marketing, right? So now come to unit financial snapshot. This is basically there's a detailed financial model for that, which we can share one-to-one whenever it is required, because it's going to take a lot of time. We have taken a snapshot of that. So we have this agreement is for 5 years. We have taken projections for 5 years. So if I say the first year cost, right, setup cost, I mean, the setup cost would be 20 lakh rupees to start your center. We have taken the infrastructure, equipment and all. And the franchisee fees is 8.5 lakh rupees plus GST. So if we add the GST, the total franchisee fees would be around 10 lakh rupees. So total initial investment to start a unit is 30 lakh rupees. Here we have taken an average fees. The fees may range from 5,000 to 1 lakh rupees for various programs based on the duration of the program. So for individual, we have taken an average fees of 60,000, and for corporate, we have given a discount of 10,000. So for corporate, we have considered is 50,000 rupees. So when we add the GST, it comes to 7,800 and then 59,000. So in first year, we are projecting, I mean, we have taken a very conservative numbers based on our analysis. So first year, we're looking around 150 as an individual students and 50 from corporate side. So first year, we are expecting that we would have 200 students if we work on the model and the suggestions, given by us to the partner. So from these 200 students, let's say, the gross revenues is expected is roughly 1.35 crores. And we get the GST out from this, the net revenue would be around 1.11 crore. So this would be the entire revenue and net revenue, even after excluding GST from these 200 students. There is a detailed analysis for this. And we talk about the expenses for the first year, other than the initial setup cost. This would be around 96 lakh rupees. So total EBITDA is 14 lakh 77,000 rupees in the first year itself. So if you see the revenue and the expenses in the first year itself, there's a positive EBITDA. So you are at the profit if we talk about the operational expenses. And we see the cumulative ROI, including your initial investment, it comes to 49% the first year. And later on, the next another years, year 2, 3, 4 years, we can see the increase in the revenue, but there is a very less increment in the expenses because we are not going to add any expense in that. We are just adding the students because we do not need any new faculty for that. We do not need any other staff for that, right? So it is basically, the expenses which are going to happen in the first year is going to be same in the next 5 years. But every year we are increasing more students. So your revenue is getting increased year by year. So if you see the cumulative ROI for the 5 years is 1147%, 11x of your initial investment. So if we see the entire calculation, we will look that the entire break-even would come in the 18 months time. So any educational business, if you get into that, it requires around 1.5 to 2 years time to give your entire money back. So we need the patience of 18 months to give you the complete ROI. This agreement is going to be 5 years. So this sheet refers the benefits for the area developer, and it's benefit only from the franchising fee. So as I said that we have divided these area clusters into 3 segments. The first segment is 1 plus 19 center, the other segment is 1 plus 14, the last one is 1 plus 11. So if we take the first segment, 1 plus 19, minimum 19 basically, 20 centers. So the fees which we are going to collect from the sub-franchisee is 1.61 crore, right? So if we say the investment from the area developer side, we are charging sign-up fees for area category 1 is 40 lakh rupees, right? 40 lakh 37,000 rupees, which is a 25% of the franchisee fees to be collected from the sub-franchisee. But this 40 lakh 37,000 is a 25% of 1 crore 61 lakh rupees. The setup cost of the area developer center is 20 lakh rupees, which we have already mentioned in our previous slide. So total investment from the area developer to taking a right for a specific area in category 1 is 60 lakh 37,000 rupees. Investment is 60 lakh 37,000 rupees. By spending this money, he would be able to open 19 sub-franchisee and to run his own centers. Now come to the last 4 columns, which says the benefit for area developer from the franchisee fee itself. So for the column which says own center franchisee fees, here we are not charging a franchisee fees for the center of area developer. So we are waiving off this 8,50,000 rupees. For 50% centers, like 50% of 19 centers, which comes to this 10, we rounded off. So we are sharing 50% franchisee fees with the area developer, first 10 centers. And for the rest of the 9 centers, we are sharing 40% of the sub-franchisee fees with the area developer. So if you see, if you are able to open these 19 sub-franchisee in your area, maybe in 2 to 3 years' time, your total income from the franchisee fee share is 81 lakh rupees, 81 lakh 60,000 rupees, which is much more with your initial investment of 60 lakh 37,000 rupees. So what we are trying to say that we are offering you the benefit from this franchisee fee itself, that you would be able to recover your entire initial investment. Apart from that, you would also be getting a revenue share of as a royalty, 5% of the entire collection from all sub-franchisees. That would be extra, added advantage for you. So in terms of support, we are the master franchisee in Pitman Training in India. So we are also a stakeholder in this entire business. So we would provide you end-to-end support, starting from identify your location, then setting your infrastructure, hiring your team, train the team, handholding them, sales, marketing, operations, entire SOPs. We do national marketing from our side for you. We'll generate the leads and share with you. You have to do the local area marketing. We will help you in meeting with the corporates. My team would call you every day and ask about what had happened yesterday, what will happen today, what is the plan for next day. Our team will visit your centers to help you out in getting business and setting up everything. So it's end-to-end support, right? The process of getting a center is basically we'll speak over phone first, and then we'll discuss about the territory in which area you would like to open your center. Then we'll have a personal meeting, and then we'll invite you to visit any of our center and meet our existing partners. We'll do your complete financial planning, and we'll make a business plan for that. Then a supervisor will be find out in the territory. We sign the contract. We'll train your entire team, and then we'll launch this center. So how would your training center would look like? We have some pictures for that. So these are the pictures of some existing centers. You can see in the first picture, we have the lab where we were talking about two-screen setup. On one screen, student can go through the program, on the other screen, he or she can do the practice part. Then the picture is the reception. It is the look of outside of a training center. So your center is going to be, look like these centers. These are some pictures of the staff of existing center, where we are talking about the counselor, the learning coach, the salespeople, and the owner. So this is all about Pitman training. Venus, if you can add something, or we can take some questions.
No, I think this is very well done, Shailesh. And what I would want to also add is, there was a discussion, we get questions, Venus, is this online or is this offline? I think in the world which we're living right now, you cannot just do online or you cannot just do offline. So Pitman is very proactive in terms of understanding the intricacies of really learning a skill. So it's Pitman is a hybrid model, and the way we are building our centers, they don't look like let's say a school or as such. It is an atmosphere where students would want to come, spend time and learn. So a center, Pitman center, is something which where a student would not mind coming in and spending time. So that's very important. And as Shailesh mentioned this, so we have built a very capex competitive model here. And right now, of course, there are two options. One is, if you have a location, first of all, and that location is right for a training and development brand like Pitman, reach out to us. We can look at having a direct unit. Or I think the way our core strategy revolves around having area development partners. The ideal profile will be someone, if you already have operated education brands in India, I think that will be, of course, an advantage. But otherwise, if you are investor looking to build a scalable brand in your region, I think we can have a discussion. Another important thing which we are really sort of getting a lot of feelers about is India also going to be the talent capital of the world going forward. We already have started sending people to different countries because they actually need talent. They need skilled people. So Pitman is already doing a lot of work in UK, in Ireland, some up to some extent in Canada, where let's say a company like an Amazon or a Walmart or similar to that would actually come to them, okay, train my 10,000 people. We train them, they pay directly to us. So the avenues of a business like Pitman have really become dynamic. So we have, of course, the in-center business. We also, as Shailesh mentioned, we have direct courses as well, which are bought directly by direct customers. We have the B2B business. And in India, we have G2G business also, where the government actually say, okay, we have these 5,000 people, they need to be skilled in XYZ, and you will get that contract. So you have to think in a dynamic terms. In a business like this, it's no more a static business. Earlier, the way it used to be, it is a marketing heavy business, so you have to be marketing savvy. We will, of course, work with you, but we are looking for people who really can put their time and, of course, the necessary investment and build a business for to really train the human capital of the country. I guess I want to mention what happened in the 80s. So in India, unlike many other countries, franchising did not start with food as such. It was actually through skilling, the IT training, the EPTechs of the world, the Jet Kings and NITs of the world, and many others who started actually this in the 80s and early 90s. I guess we are in a different sort of league now. And with Pitman, we really want to create that those entrepreneurs who can build this at in their areas. Happy to take more questions, Shailesh. So the question from Bimal, Shailesh, you want to take this?
Yeah. Vimal is asking that each classroom size, number of classroom in one center. So it depends. I mean, initially we are looking at center size of 1,500 square feet where we can have start with one lab, right? Which may have a 25 seating capacity. When I say capacity, is each seat has two systems, right? Two screen. So that would be enough for initial setup. And once we have more students, we can always increase number of classroom or let's say lab later on. We would require some space for reception. We would require some space for counseling and some space for the students to come and sit and discuss a conference room kind of thing, right? Are these diploma courses recognized by the university, international recognized? Yes, I've already mentioned that they have already associated with various international certification bodies. So it is not a government, I mean, any program. We are running these courses from any university. So the certificate will be given by Pitman Training itself, which is a recognized brand across the country. Average ticket set for diploma course and average, the course fee will vary from 5,000 rupees to 1 lakh rupees based on the number of hours at the duration of the program. Average, we have taken a course fee of rupees 60,000 for an individual, and for corporate is 50,000 for the same kind of program. No, currently we do not have any center in India, but we are in talk. I mean, we have recently tied up with Pitman, so we are developing centers. And we are in various cities for the same, and we are in terms of a lot of project potential partners, and soon we'll have centers at various locations. The question from Rajat is total area initially required. So as I said, it is 1,500 to 2,000 square feet area we are looking for initially.
If you get connected with the university, can we get any benefit from Indian government? But what is your feedback on this, Shailesh? I don't think so.
Connect with an existing university, can we get any benefit from Indian government? So I mean, as I said, we are not associated with any university. These courses are not associated with any university program. In later on, we may look get association from NSDC or maybe other government bodies, but not as of now. So once we'll have this, then we will be able to discuss about the benefit from Indian government.
Yeah, and I think Shailesh, you as well, and I, Rajat as well. We have known a lot of many firms who have done the national skill development tie-up. I think so we know what you're talking about. But with Pitman, what we really want to do is that our courses and our certification, and of course the level of skill being developed is the testament. And yes, we would tie up with corporates. We are tying up with government. But overall, I think with Pitman Pitman like in UK, a Pitman certificate has a standing, because if you have a certificate from Pitman, you can go to an XYZ organization and say and try and get a job. That's what we actually want to replicate and emulate in India also, that a Pitman training course, especially in the focused areas. We also know that the courses which work in UK typically would not be the ones the best sellers in India, right? So we understand that difference. Right now, we are not, as Shailesh mentioned, connected to any university. Ideally, we want to, of course, build our network in the corporates, in the government sector, but that is on the demand side. And of course, supplying of the skilled workforce, not as a tie-up to get a certification. I guess we want to, we are a professional training company, and our biggest testament is that our people get placed.
My question from Monica, that I think course fee is higher as in mass population. Monica, we have done a competitive analysis at our end, and we have capped our fees as competitive as the other Indian players are offering. So, I mean, I have not mentioned the course fee of any of our program, which was the just average fees, which I told you, right? So, don't worry. I mean, we have kept this in mind. I mean, we know that Indian population is price sensitive. So if we are going, if I mean, if we would have the same course fees as UK is charging, then it's going to be 2 to 3 times what we have proposed for India, right? So the fees is not high. I mean, it is I would not say high or low, but it's an optimum fees which can be afforded by any person who is looking the same kind of course from any other institute.
Right. Also, Shailesh, you want to talk about, I know we have divided into 3 clusters, the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cluster.
Right.
And I know you have been talking to a lot of people also. Which would be the
Correct.
priority areas for you where people can evaluate, okay, we are from this part of the country. Do you have any priority cities where you're just getting many calls?
So no, we have identified few cities in each state, right? For example, if we talk about UP, right? Delhi NCR is Delhi NCR, right? Where we have three, four Delhi and four more cities. But if you talk about, let's say, UP, so we have places like Agra, we have places like Bareilly, we have places like Lucknow, Kanpur, and Prayagraj, Varanasi. So any place which has a I mean, opportunity to have these kind of, I mean, we are looking 19 more centers, let's say, in any big state. So all major cities of their state which has student population, we have a lot of universities, a lot of colleges, right? So which can give directly, I mean, the walk-ins to the centers. So we are looking such kind of cities.
Okay, so I think if there is one more question, let's see. Do you provide placement guarantee, Monica? No. So I think this placement, Shailesh, you wanted to say something before I say something?
Yeah, so we will provide the job assistance, but not the guarantee. No, nobody can provide any guarantee. I mean, in this world, right? Somebody saying guarantee, then I think we would be the guy, right?
Correct.
So I mean, if I give you the best training and you are the best student, but you do not perform in the interview, so I would not be able to do anything in that. So there is no job guarantee, but yes,
we will help. And another thing, Shailesh, I think you know this already, and I have personally spoken to, when we started off Pitman, with various training companies who were earlier providing guarantee. So they are taking away that from their programs, because if you have this thing that, okay, I'm giving you a job guarantee, you are not able to build a brand in higher end courses, because you're getting a certain type of students. With us, we would have someone who is maybe already working in a corporate, would buy, let's say, an Excel course from us, no problem. That will be our customer. And also a kid who maybe come from a tier 2 or tier 3 town, what wants to maybe already maybe earning 25,000 rupees a month, want to sort of earn 50,000 rupees a month, and will take a course from us. So I think we want to be dynamic in our approach. So yes, we are working in the background in tying up with a lot of institutes, but I think we are not using that word guarantee, because that particular line now is being taken off by many established institutes which are known in India, because it keeps them at a certain place and does not elevate that experience or the audience. So I think we don't want to use the word guarantee.
Venus, I would add one thing, that being a part of Franchisee India, we work for more than 10,000 brands, right? So they
Correct.
also look for skilled manpower. So it's our strength basically. So where they look for when skilled manpower, and one side we have the employees, and the other side we have the students, right? So we can
Of course,
business
no,
that.
that
But
work in terms of tying up with the right institutes, tying up with the right corporates, I think that of course is on us. And of course, we'll work with you. You are going to be our franchise partner. It is in your, so let's say if you are maybe, I think Shirish mentioned an Agra or a Kanpur, you have a center there. You might tie up with 10 SMEs over there and help them get skilled workforce. So I think it's the market is dynamic in India. So there's a demand and there's a supply, and there's always a demand for skilled labor workforce, and that's where we'll focus on. So no guarantees, but for sure, we will help our students depending upon their level to get them placed as much as possible, and also work with corporates to, train their workforce, which is already there. I think we are right at top of the hour. So Shailesh, anything to add before we go?
we just look for the best partner who can, change the life of the people of India, right? Provide them the right kind of job opportunity, as well as upskilling the existing skills. Somebody is working somewhere, and can help in upgrading their skills to get a promotion and maybe get another job.
Absolutely. I think I agree. So India is a country where, our wealth is not beneath the ground. We don't have the oil or gas as such. Our people are our biggest asset. And what
Correct.
we are trying to do with Pitman, because they have done it for 200 years in markets like UK, Ireland, and many others, is to train our workforce and then add value over there. So, and the franchise program we have built is competitive in nature. We have not outpriced ourselves, whether it is our single unit area development or our courses. But yes, we are open for a discussion. We are bringing in the brand to India. And yes, it is not a one way, it's not a linear process. It's a lot of interaction. So yes, I think reach out to us. Shailesh, if you don't mind putting in your number in the
I'll
chat box.
just, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Keep it.
And you have Shailesh's number, you have my number. Reach out to us. You can send us an email as well. Reach out to us on LinkedIn, on our phones. And ultimately, we want to see if this is a good fit. As a master, we want to partner with people who can see them and us working together for not for 1 or 2 months, but for next 5 to 10, 15, 20 years. And yeah, so that's about it. Thank you so much for your time. And we want to wish you all the best in your journey to acquire a franchise business. If we can help you in any way, reach out to us. You have our information. And on that note, I'll give this back to Neha.
I'm just
Thank you,
giving my
Venus.
coordinates here.
Guys, I'm sure the brand detail which we have shared with you related to Pitman, I have given you a clarity over the brand, and also Shailesh is also sharing his contact details. Venus has already dropped down her contact detail to the chat window. You can directly reach out to them for any one-to-one discussion, and you really want to know more about the brand, you can directly reach out to them. Also, our team is going to get in touch with you within a day or two to take the conversation forward, to connect you directly with Venus and Shailesh for the further discussion. And tomorrow again, we are coming up with a new business opportunity for all of you, as we are committed in sharing a new business opportunity every day with all of you. A new business opportunity for all of you for tomorrow with the UK's brand, this UK International London Beauty School. It's an academy, and they are giving you a great business opportunity to join them, to be a partner with them into India. So to know more details, please get yourself registered in the link which I have shared into the chat window. You can join us tomorrow sharp at 12 p.m. for a detailed discussion over the brand and a brand download. So please stay tuned, join us tomorrow at sharp 12 p.m. Thank you so much. I hope you will all have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, Venus.